session, let us begin the chapter Relations between sides and angles of a triangle. In this chapter, you are going to learn about sine formula, cosine formula and projection formula, which gives you the relation between sides and angles of a triangle. And these formulae help you in finding the unknown side or angle with the given sides and angles of a triangle. Throughout this chapter, you are going to use the triangle ABC, where with respect to the vertices ABC, we have the angles ABC, which is denoted by capital letters. And the side opposite to angle A, that is BC, is denoted by small letter a. And the side opposite to angle B, that is AC, which is denoted by small letter b. And the side opposite to angle C, that is AB, which is denoted by small letter c. That is, sides are represented in terms of small letters and angles in the capital letters. And these sides and angles are known as elements of a triangle. So we have 6 elements of a triangle. In this session, let us discuss about sine formula. So sine formula states that in any triangle, the lengths of the sides are proportional to the sines of the angles opposite to the sides. That is, sides are proportional to the sines of the angle opposite to that particular side. That is, side A is proportional to sine A, where A is small letter a is side and capital letter A denotes the angle. So side A is proportional to sine A, side B is proportional to sine B, and side C is proportional to sine C, which is denoted or which is mathematically represented as A by sine A is equal to B by sine B is equal to C by sine C. Or we can rewrite that by taking the reciprocal, sine A by A is equal to sine B by B is equal to sine C by C. Now let us prove that. So since that sine formula holds good for all the triangles, we have to take the 3 cases for a angle. So let us take for a fixed angle C, where in the first case angle C is acute angle, and in the second case angle C is right angle, and in the third case angle C is obtuse angle, as shown in the figure. We can see the triangle ABC, where in the first figure we can see the angle C to be acute, and in the second it is right angle, that is angle C is 90 degree, and in the third case it is angle C is obtuse angle. And we are drawing a perpendicular AD, or we are drawing a perpendicular from A to BC, which is denoted by AD. So AD is the perpendicular in all the 3 figures, where in the first figure we can clearly see angle, a perpendicular AD is drawn from A to BC. Now in the second figure, since angle C is 90 degree, the side AC itself forms a perpendicular. But in all the figures we are considering the perpendicular to be AD. So let us take AC itself as AD in the second figure. And in the third case, we have angle C to be obtuse angle. And in order to draw a perpendicular from A to BC, we need to extend BC. So we have extended BC and then drawn AD, perpendicular. So we get the perpendicular AD. And also one more thing which we can see here is we are going to consider the exterior angle with respect to C. That is 180 minus C, this is nothing but the exterior angle. Now let us prove this. So let us prove in the first case, let us take in the first case, for case 1, let us find out in all the 3 cases what is sine B and sine C. So in order to find sine B, so whenever you have a right angle triangle, sine of any angle can be found by using the opposite by hypotenuse, right? But we need to take the right angle triangle with respect to that B. We can take the triangle ABD. This triangle we can consider triangle ABD, where what is sine B now? Sine B is opposite by hypotenuse. So opposite side is AD divided by hypotenuse AB. So which is nothing but AD by AB is nothing but side C. So AD by C. So now you have sin B is equal to AD by C, or what is AD then? AD is nothing but C sin B. Now let us find out what is sin C. Sin C. For sin C you have to consider the triangle ADC, right? So in triangle ADC you are considering what is sin C. So sin C is opposite by hypotenuse. So opposite side is here also AD, and the hypotenuse here we can see that is AC. So AD by AC, or we can see it is AD by AC is nothing but small letter B. Now this will imply what is AD? AD is nothing but B sin C. So we got what is sin B and we got what is AD. In both the cases we got the AD. So AD is C sin B here and AD is B sin C in terms of sin. Now we shall prove this is true in all the other two cases also. So let us consider the second case. So in the second case, that is case 2, we need to find what is sin B and what is sin C. So what is sin B in the second case? So we have to consider the figure ABD, triangle ABD. In triangle ABD, okay, you can consider ABC also, but to get the similar equation, we are taking the triangle ABD. So we have in the triangle ABD, what is sin B? It is opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite is AD divided by the hypotenuse AB. Now that is AD by AB is nothing but C, or this will imply AD is equal to C sin B. Now coming to sin C, we know that here in the second case, AC is same as AD, right? AC is also perpendicular and we are considering the perpendicular that as AD also. So here AC is same as AD. So what is then AD by AC? So AC is equal to AD. So AD by AC is equal to 1. And we know that sine of what angle is 1? Sine 90 is 1, right? Sine 90 is 1. So I can write 1 as sine 90, and since we know that angle C is 90 degree, so therefore instead of 90 degree I can write C. So I can write this as sin C. So I have sin C is equal to AD by AC, or AD by AC is nothing but that is AD by AC. AC is nothing but B. So AD by B is equal to sin C. Or what is AD? AD is nothing but B sin C. So in this case also we got AD is equal to C sin B and AD is equal to B sin C, similar to the first case. Now let us prove this in the third case also. So in the coming to the third case where you have angle C is obtuse angle. So angle C is obtuse in the case 3. So you have to consider, so what is sin B here? So for sin B you have to consider the triangle, right angle triangle ABD. So in the triangle ABD, opposite by hypotenuse. So opposite side is AD. So AD by hypotenuse is AB. So that is AD by AB is small letter c. So we have, this will imply AD is equal to C sin B. Now coming to sin C, we cannot take directly this C, angle C. Why? Because if you consider this, you are not getting a right angle triangle with respect to that. So what shall we do is, we shall make use of this exterior angle 180 minus C. So let us find out what is sine of 180 minus C, that is sine of exterior angle. So what is sine of 180 minus C? So That is, we have to consider the triangle, right angle triangle ACD, right? So in the triangle ACD, what is it? Sine of 180 minus C. So what is sine of 180 minus C? Which is nothing but sine C, right? Because 180 minus C comes in the second quadrant where sine is positive. So we get sine of 180 minus C is sine C. Now what is that? That is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse. So opposite to this, that is AD divided by hypotenuse is AC. That is AD by B. Now, so what is AD? Then this will imply AD is equal to B sine C. So we got the similar expressions in the case 3 also, right? So it holds good in all the cases or all type of triangles. So therefore AD is equal to B sine C and AD is equal to C sine B. Correct? So let us equate them. So we have B sine C is equal to C sine B, or B by sine B. I am taking this sine B to the other side. So B by sine B is equal to C by sine C. So we got one expression. Next, we need the other part. That is, we need to know what is A by sine C, A by sine A. So what is A by sine A? We have to get that as B by sine B. So we can prove this similarly with using the similar method, where what we have to do is, we have to consider the triangle same ABC, where you have to draw the perpendicular from C. You have to draw the perpendicular from C instead of A. So we get the perpendicular CD. And you have to follow in all the 3 cases, but the case you have to give for a angle B. So you have to consider the case angle B is acute, angle B is right angle, and angle B is obtuse angle. That is, you have to consider the same method, but the figure in terms of, you have to draw the perpendicular from C to AB. So you get the perpendicular CD in all the 3 cases, where the 3 cases are angle B is acute, angle B is right angle, and angle B is obtuse angle. And then you have to find out what is sine A and what is sine B. In the previously what we have found what is sine B and sine C. Instead you have to find out sine A and sine B and follow the same method. Definitely you will get the relation, that is A by sine A, or you are getting CD is equal to A sine B and CD is equal to B sine A. You will get this relation in all the 3 cases. Therefore you can equate them. That is A sine B is equal to B sine A, or you can write that as A by sine A. A by sine A is equal to B by sine B. So since you know already B by sine B is equal to C by sine C, so we can equate them C by sine C. So this is nothing but the required sine formula. And by taking the reciprocal, you can rewrite this again as taking the reciprocal. So you get sine A by A is equal to sine B by B, which is equal to sine C by C. This is also sine formula by taking the reciprocal. And since they are equal, this ratio we can equate it to some constant K. Similarly, here also we can equate it to some constant K. So this technique which we are going to use it while solving the problems. So if I take this as K, that is A by sine A is equal to K. So A by sine A is equal to K means I can write what is A. So A by sine A is equal to K means A is equal to K sine A. Similarly, B by sine B is equal to K. So B is equal to K sine B. Similarly, C is equal to K sine C. So this we are going to use it while solving the problems. Similarly here also sin A by A is equal to K. So I can write what is sin A. So sin A is equal to AK, sin B is equal to BK, sin C is equal to CK. This also we can use it for solving the problems. Now let us move on to the problems. So we have first problem, prove the following using sine formula. So we have to make use of the sine formula where the question is tan A minus B by 2 by tan A plus B by 2 is equal to A minus B by A plus B. So we have to use the sine formula. So we have the sine formula. Sine, we can use the A by sin A is equal to B by sin B, which is equal to C by sin C, or else we can take them as equal to K, and then we get A is equal to K sin A, B is equal to K sin B, and C is equal to K sin C. So we get, by using the sine formula, A is equal to K sin A and B is equal to K sin B. Now in the right hand side, let us substitute this. So let us take the right hand side. So we have the right hand side A minus B by A plus B. So let us substitute A as K sin A and B as K sin B in the right hand side. So what is this? K sin A minus B. B is K sin B divided by A plus B. So that is K sin A plus K sin B. Now K is common, we can take it out. So K, if we take out sin A minus sin B divided by K into sin A plus sin B. So KK we can cancel. So what is remaining? Sin A minus sin B divided by sin A plus sin B. Now we know the formula. What is sin A minus sin B? We have studied it in the trigonometry chapter. Sin A minus sin B is 2 cos A plus B by 2 sin A minus B by 2. And what is sin A plus sin B? 2 sin A plus B by 2 cos A minus B by 2. So let us substitute that. So we have the right hand side now, that is sin A minus sin B by sin A plus sin B. So sin A minus sin B we can write that as 2 cos A plus B by 2 sin A minus B by 2 divided by sin A plus sin B, that is 2 sin A plus B by 2 cos A minus B by 2. 2 we can cancel. Now sin A minus B by 2 by cos A minus B by 2. Sin by cos, that is tan. So we can write this as tan, right? So tan A minus B by 2. And cos A plus B by 2 by sin A plus B by 2, that is cot A plus B by 2. But we can write that as cot is nothing but reciprocal of tan, that is 1 by tan. So I can write this cot A plus B by 2 as 1 by tan A plus B by 2. So therefore we can write that as tan A minus B by 2, and this is cot A plus B by 2. I am writing it as 1 by tan A plus B by 2. So that is tan A plus B by 2. 1 by tan A plus B by 2. So which is nothing but the left hand side. So we have proved tan A minus B by 2 by tan A plus B by 2, which is equal to A minus B by A plus B. Let us move on to the next problem. We have A cos A plus B cos B plus C cos C is equal to 2A sin B sin C. So let us take the left hand side, where A we can substitute it as K sin A, B we can substitute it as K sin B, and C we can substitute it as K sin C by using the sine formula. Let us make the substitution. So here this A is K sin A and cos A as it is, plus K sin B into cos B as it is, plus K sin C into cos C as it is. which is nothing but, now I can take k outside, and so if I take k outside from all the terms, what is remaining? First term sin A cos A, second term sin B cos B, and in the third term sin C cos C. But if I have 2 sin A cos A, then I can apply the sin 2A formula, that is sin 2A is equal to 2 sin A cos A. Correct? So what I have to do? So 2 is missing in all the terms, right? Sin B cos B. So 2 sin B cos B is sin 2B. So 2 is required here also. And also here 2 is required. So let us multiply and divide it by 2. So divide it by 2 and multiply by 2. So I am multiplying for all the terms. So we have the left hand side, that is k by 2 into, for all the terms I am multiplying by 2. So we have k by 2 into 2 sin A cos A plus 2 sin B cos B plus 2 sin C cos C. Now this is nothing but k by 2 into, so here 2 sin A cos A, that is sin 2A. Here it is sin 2B. Here it is sin 2C. Or we can keep it like that only, 2 sin C cos C itself, because we are considering these two. So let us apply sin A plus sin B formula. So where the angle is here 2A and here it is 2B. So sin A plus sin B formula, that is 2 sin A plus B by 2 cos A minus B by 2 formula. So if we apply that we have k by 2 into, so we can apply that. So we have left hand side, that is k by 2 into sin 2A plus sin 2B, that is 2 sin A plus B by 2. So that is 2A plus 2B by 2 cos 2A minus 2B by 2 plus here 2 sin C cos C as it is. Now we have here k by 2 into 2, we can take it out. So if I take it out, it is got cancelled. Now here sin 2A plus 2B by 2. So from there we can take 2 outside. So 2 into A plus B, right? 2A plus 2B, I can write it as 2 into A plus B. So 2 we can cancel. So what is remaining? So remaining is sin A plus B. And similarly here also I can take 2 outside, then A minus B is remaining, and this 2 gets cancelled. So remaining is cos A minus B. And the remaining 2 I have taken out. So remaining is sin C cos C. Now, so what is remaining? K into sin A plus B into cos A minus B plus sin C cos C. Now, we know since these A, B, C, the angles are nothing but the angles of a triangle. So, we know sum of the angles of a triangle A plus B plus C, which is equal to 180, right? Pi. So, what is A plus B then? So, A plus B is nothing but 180 minus C, correct? So, in place of A plus B, I can substitute 180 minus C, right? So, if I substitute that, sin of 180 minus C, and this is cos A minus B itself, plus here we have sin C and cos C. Now what is sin of 180 minus C? Sin of 180 minus C is sin C, right? We know that. So sin C cos A minus B plus sin C cos C. So sin C is common. We can take it out. So K, I am taking sin C out. So what is remaining? Cos A minus B plus cos C. And for cos C, for C, we know 1A plus B plus C is equal to 180. Then what is C? C is equal to A plus B plus C is 180. Then what is C? C is 180 minus A minus B. Correct? This A and B I am taking that side, then only C is left. So C is equal to 180 minus A minus B, or I can rewrite that as 180 minus, I can take it out. So 180 minus A plus B. So I can write in place of C as 180 minus A plus B. So we can write that as K into sin C into cos A minus B plus cos C. C I am writing it as 180 minus A plus B. Right? 180 minus A plus B. So cos of 180 minus some angle X is nothing but, that is 180 minus X is in the second quadrant where cos is negative. So you will get minus cos A plus B. So we get here, which is equal to K sin C into cos A minus B minus, right, cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. Why minus cos A plus B? Because cos 180 minus A plus B is minus cos A plus B. So we have here K sin C into cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. So we know cos A minus cos B formula, that is minus 2 sin A plus B by 2 sin A minus B by 2. So let us substitute that. So we have here K sin C. We have the left hand side, which is nothing but K sin C into cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. This is what we have. So let us simplify that. So K sin C into cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. We are applying cos A minus cos B formula. So we have minus 2 sin A minus B plus A plus B by 2 sin A minus B minus A plus B. So that is A minus B minus A plus B by 2, which is equal to K sin C into, so we have here minus 2 sin A minus B, so A plus A 2A minus B plus B 0. So 2A by 2. 2A by 2 is A. And here sin of A minus B minus A minus B. So A minus A is 0 minus B minus B, that is minus 2B by 2, that is minus B. So we have here K sin C. So sin of minus B, sin of minus X is minus sin X. So you have here minus sin B. Correct? So minus sin B. So minus minus, right? We can cancel. So minus minus plus we have. So we have here 2 sin A sin B. So now let us take 2 out. That is, let us group them. 2k sin A, okay, 2k sin A, sin B and sin C, right? We are rewriting that as 2k sin A, sin B, sin C. So what is k sin A? K sin A is A, so that is 2A sin B sin C, which is the 2A sin B sin C, which is the required proof, that is right hand side. So let us move on to the next problem. In a triangle, if A by cos A is equal to B by cos B, then prove that the triangle is isosceles. So what do you mean by isosceles triangle? If any of the two sides are equal, then we can call the triangle as isosceles. So here the sides are, we have A, B, C, right? Small letters A, B, C. So either we have to prove A is equal to B, or B is equal to C, or A is equal to C. Any of these if you prove, we can say it is isosceles triangle. So we can take the given, that is A by cos A is equal to, so given A by cos A is equal to B by cos B. For our convenience, let us take the reciprocal of that. So that is cos A by A is equal to cos B by B. Now we know the formula cos square A is equal to 1 minus sin square A, right? That is, we know cos square A plus sin square A is equal to 1. From there we can write cos square A is equal to 1 minus sin square A. Or what is cos A? Cos A is square root of 1 minus sin square A. Similarly, what is cos B? Square root of 1 minus sin square B. So let us make the substitution here. So we have cos A, that is square root of 1 minus sin square A divided by A, which is equal to square root of 1 minus sin square B by B. Now let us squaring on both the sides. So on squaring, what we get? So square of square root, they will get cancelled. So what we get left? So 1 minus sin square A divided by A square, which is equal to 1 minus sin square B by B square. Now let us separate them. So we have 1 minus sin square A divided by A square is equal to 1 minus sin square B by B square. So we can rewrite that as 1 by A square minus sin square A by A square, which is equal to 1 by B square minus sin square B by B square. Right? We can write this as it is. So now 1 by A square keep in the left hand side itself. Take the 1 by B square to the left side from the right side. So plus 1 by B square, we get it as minus 1 by B square here. And let us take the minus sin square A by A square to the other side. So we get plus sin square A by A square minus sin square B by B square as it is. Now I can rewrite this as sin square A by A square. I can split them as sin A by A into sin A by A. Similarly here also sin B by B into sin B by B. So let us split it. So that is sin A by A into sin A by A minus sin B by B into sin B by B. Now we know that sin A by A is equal to sin B by B from the sin formula. So let us make use of it. So sin A by A is same as sin B by B. So here also we can substitute that. Then what we get? So if I substitute sin A by A into sin A by A minus sin B by B, I can replace that as sin A by A only. Sin A by A into sin A by A into sin A by A. Sorry, sin A by A into sin A by A. That is, I am replacing sin B by B as sin A by A by using sin formula. So this is 0, right? This is 0. So we have 1 by A square is equal 1 by A square minus 1 by B square is equal to 0. Or I can simplify that. How I can simplify? So we have 1 by A square minus 1 by B square is equal to 0. Right? We have proved that right hand side is equal to 0. So I can write that as B square minus A square divided by A square B square is equal to 0. Or I can say B square minus A square is equal to 0. But what is B square minus A square? We know A square minus B square is A plus B into A minus B. Apply this. So here I can write that as B plus A into B minus A is equal to 0. So either B plus A is equal to 0 or B minus A is equal to 0 now. So this will imply B plus A is equal to 0 or B minus A is equal to 0. So if B plus A is equal to 0, then what happens? B is equal to minus A. But what is this A, B, C and all? They are nothing but sides of a triangle, where side, that is the length of the side, that is always positive. It cannot be negative. But here you are getting it as minus A. So it cannot be negative. So this is not possible. So this case is not possible. B plus A is equal to 0. So we have the other case, that is b minus a is equal to 0. That is b is equal to a. That is sides a and b are equal. This implies the given triangle is isosceles triangle. Now we have come to an end of this session where we have assignment questions. Where the first question, prove the following using sine formula. Where the first question is b cos b plus c cos c is equal to a cos b minus c. So either you can take the left hand side and substitute a as k sin a, b as k sin b, c as k sin c. Substitute and simplify and you can prove, or else you can take the right hand side and substitute and then simplify and get the proof. And second one, we have a sin b minus c by 2 is equal to b minus c cos a by 2. So this also you can prove by taking either left hand side or right hand side and prove the other one. Now we have third one, b plus c by b minus c is equal to tan b plus c by 2 cot b minus c by 2. This is similar to the first question which we have proved in this session. So in this session we have seen what is sine formula and we have derived and we have solved few of the problems. So in the next session, let us discuss about cosine formula. Till then, I conclude my session. Thank you. Sai Ram.